Hey everyone, I'm Gail Costello. You probably know that, but you know what I'm doing here is earlier this week at our Tuesday training, I had a chance to train our consultants on the flip chart and introduce them to how I do a skincare class. And got really good feedback from it, so I thought what I would do is, given today's technology, I thought I would go ahead and record the training that I did on Tuesday, because we've always got people who want to look back at some of our trainings. Some of you I know missed Tuesday's training, and then of course we've always got new consultants coming on board, so I want to make sure that you get this training so that you can just get an idea of how a skincare class goes, or I should say more specifically how I do my skincare class, okay? One of the things that I want to start out with is just letting you know that I'm going to try and break this video into some segments. I'm going to give you some quick assignments for you to do. We'll try and keep it a little bit interactive. If you've got a piece of paper and a pen and you can grab it, take some notes, great. I want you to kind of watch what I do and see how I do a skincare class, and then of course as your own business owner you get to customize the skincare class for how it's going to work best for you so that you can be super friendly, super fun, make sure that you have a great time at your skincare classes, and most importantly that your guests have a great time at your skincare classes, okay? Alright, so why don't we start out. What I want to do is just show you how I typically set up for a skincare class. Alright, so I'm going to have you look down here. And this setup here just gives you an idea of how I set a place setting for my skincare class, okay? So I'm going to start off, I've got my tray here, my mirror and my tray. I've always got a profile card with a pen, and I'm going to come to that in just a moment and tell you a little bit about pre-profiling. Over on this side, I've got my cloth, 2 cotton balls, an eye applicator, our beauty book, which is really important. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. My business card, obviously. Price guide here, mainly because I find a lot of customers really want to know prices, and I don't want to have our class interrupted by talking about prices. They can just glance at it. And then on the other side, just to kind of balance it out, I've got our dash out the door, and we're going to talk about that. I've got a blush, lipstick, lip gloss, and mascara, okay? So that's kind of how I have the table set for a typical skincare class. Now, how do I do that? I've got these plastic bags, and I go ahead and package everything into this plastic bag. You'll see I've got the mirror, I've got my pen, really important. I've got my customer profile card folded in there. I've got the beauty book, my business card, and then I've got my dash out the door color. So this bag is pre-set. I am ready and good to go anytime. So if I have a customer who calls me, or a new customer that says, you know, hey, would you like to come on over? All I have to do is grab a couple of these bags and my skincare bag, and I'm good to go. So it also helps if you're running behind. You know, do as much prep work in advance as you can. It will pay off in the long run, okay? So the other thing I want to just talk about is, you know what we're going to talk about today is, these are my words, okay? This is me perfecting the skincare class that I do over the last 4 years. Certainly, I strongly encourage you, whenever you get a chance to see another sales director or another consultant do their skincare class, totally take advantage of that, because you know, you never know what kind of tidbits or tips and techniques that you're going to see that you want to work into your schedule, okay, or into your class. So this is really important. Watch what I do. I'm not perfect, but you may be able to learn some stuff from me, and watch other people do it, and practice, okay? So critical. All right, one of the things that I want to point out is this consultant's guide. Okay, whether you're a brand new consultant or you're a veteran consultant, such a key tool for you to have. Personally, my favorite piece of this is the inside. There's a DVD, and it's a DVD of a skincare class that the Mary Kay company did. You know, I will tell you a really quick story. When I was first starting out, I invited a bunch of my neighbors over for a skincare class, and I will tell you that nobody showed up. Okay, so you are not alone. Okay, so no one showed up at that one of those very first skincare classes that I held. So you know what I did? Okay, first of all, I have to tell you, I held a 5-minute pity party. Okay, 5-minute pity party, and then I went and got my consultant guide, opened it up, grabbed the DVD, popped in the DVD, and watched it over and over again, because you know what? I was bound and determined, and am bound and determined to be successful in this business. And I know that as much training as we can get in, I had allocated that time to do Mary Kay, and I was going to do Mary Kay regardless of if I had guests around the table or if I had to watch a skincare class, okay? So if you have a skincare class and no one shows up, I want you to pop up this video that you're watching right now, or go get your consultant guide, learn, okay? All right, so the first thing I want to do is just go over kind of how I introduce a skincare class, okay? Actually, let me back up for a moment, because before we even get to the skincare class, there's a really important step, okay? You've obviously got the hostess who's agreed to do a skincare class, and you have gotten her guest list, all right? One of the things that we do in Mary Kay is called pre-profiling. I'm a big supporter of pre-profiling when you can, okay? What I do is I call each of the guests, usually 24, 48 hours in advance, and I ask them 3 quick questions. That usually goes something like this, Hi Betty, this is Gail Costello, the independent Mary Kay beauty consultant who's going to be doing the skincare class on Friday with Diane. I'm so excited to meet you, and I just want to take a quick moment of your time, get a couple questions answered so I can be totally prepared tomorrow when you arrive, okay? So can you tell me, what is your skin type? Do you have normal to dry skin type or combo to oily? Okay, she tells me, I mark it down. And tell me a little bit about your skin color. Would you consider yourself ivory or beige or bronze? Okay, lets me know what kind of colors I'm going to be having. And then my final question is, just one last question. If you could change anything about your skin currently, what would you change? I mean, dark circles, uneven complexion, acne-prone skin, what kind of issues are you currently having with your skin? And they'll tell you. The great thing about that is that lets me be prepared. We may not talk about some of those specific products at the skincare class. We may not demo them, but I know what her hot button is, and I want to let her know I listened to her and I am prepared. All right, that's a 1-minute quick pre-profile question. All right, so when I get to the skincare class, I've done that pre-profiling. I probably have got a customer profile card filled out with some of those notations. I am ready to go. All right, so let's just say that the ladies have shown up, and what I do is I have them gather around. I have them not sit down on their behinds to begin with. I say, okay, ladies, let's everybody go ahead and get up. We're going to go ahead and get started, and everybody follow me into the kitchen or follow me into the bathroom, because we are going to get started right away with some great pampering, okay?